Good morning, all of you. Hope you all are fine, beta. Let's move on to the next grammar topic, that is voices, or you can say active voice. Active passive. है ना beta? Active is the direct conversation and passive is the indirect conversation. Active is when a person is speaking to someone directly, and indirect is in passive conversation is when the same conversation is reported by someone, or you can say that. Okay, voice is a form of a verb that takes to indicate whether the subject of verb performs or receives the action. बेटा कि जो वर्ब है जो वो इंडिकेट करती है कि सब्जेक्ट जो है वो परफॉर्म कर रहा है या रिसीव कर रहा है एक्शन को. ठीक है. नाउ टाइप्स ऑफ वॉइसेस, एक्टिव वॉइस एंड पैसिव वॉइस. देयर आर टू टाइप ऑफ वॉइसेस. It indicates that the subject of the verb is acting. The subjects tell you that the doer of the action is performing the action. Because the subject does or acts upon the verb in such sentences, these sentences are said to be in active voice. मैंने आपको भी बस समझा ही दिया ये. Example, the dog jumped onto the boy. Now, who's performing the action? It is the dog who is jumping. है ना? The dog is doing the jumping. So, the dog is the subject, jumped is the verb, and onto the boy is the verb. Okay? Now, reasons to use active voice. Why we are using active voice? Most writers prefer to use active voice because it is more direct. क्योंकि ये directly ये बात करता है. Comparison. What is the comparison between active and passive now? The waiter dropped the tray of food. What waiter ने क्या कर दी? Tray गिरा दी. Now into passive, the tray of food was dropped by the waiter. So this sentence is reported by someone else that the action was done by waiter. Okay, so now the by word is used also. So the waiter is the subject, dropped is the verb, and the tray of food is the object. But whenever we are trying to convert active into passive, the subject becomes the object becomes the subject, and verb is changed as per tense. Okay. Active voice is less awkward and clearly states the relationship between subject and object. ये आपको clear relationship बता देता है. Comparison now. The review committee denied your request for funding. Leave this beta. Now, passive voice. In this type of voice, the subject and object flip-flop. That is, they interchange their positions. It means the subject becomes the passive receptionist of the action. I told you this thing, subject becomes object and object becomes subject. Because the subject is being acted upon or is passive, these sentences are said to be in passive voice. Now example, the children ate the cookies. Beta, the children is the subject, ate is the verb, ate is second form, eat, ate, eaten. Ate is the second form and the cookies is the object. Now object becomes the subject. So the cookies will come at first place, in place of subject, okay? The cookies. Ate is the second form. So beta, wherever second form is used, we use was verb plus past participle, third form. है ना बेटा? तो cookies are more in number, so we are going to use plural verb with it, verb, and eat, ate, eaten. Third form is eaten. We are going to add by because it is a doer of the action, by the children. Now, forms of passive voice verbs. The passive voice requires a double verb and will always consist of the verb to be and the past participle of another verb. कहते हैं कि उसमें double दो verbs use होती हैं. Example, Max baked the bread. Baked is what? Second form, of course. So over here was baked, you can see that is the MR की बेटा was verb भी होती है, bake की baked भी होती है ना. तो Max is the subject, baked is the second form, the bread is the object. So now bread is taken as singular only, though it consists of many pieces, but still it is considered as one only. Okay, the bread was baked by Max. Writers should be familiar with the forms of to be, often called linking verbs, so that they can easily identify passive voice in their work. तभी वो उनको identify कर पाते हैं. Review the verb of the to be. To be की वर्ब कौन कौन सी होती है बेटा? is MR भी होती है, was verb भी होती है, be होती है, being होती है और been होती है. जब आप प्रेजेंट में यूज़ करेंगे तो आप is MR का यूज़ करेंगे बेटा. अगर आपको दिया हुआ पास्ट में करेंगे तो was verb का, और थर्ड उसमें कैसे में करेंगे? ING में दिया हो तो being का यूज़ करेंगे, और has have had तक कौन सी यूज़ करेंगे? been यूज़ करेंगे बच्चे. Now, often passive voice sentences will contain a by phrase indicating who or what performed the action. मैंने आपको ये बता दिया कि by कब ऐड होता है, जब आपके साथ क्या हो रहा होता है, कुछ जना लिंक हो रहा होता है या वो by doer of action होता है. Passive sentences can be easily transformed into active sentences when the object of the preposition by is moved the subject preposition in the sentence. कहते हैं आप पैसिव सेंटेंस को भी इजीली ट्रांसफॉर्म कर देते हैं. अब आपका क्या होगा, सिमिलरली जैसे आप एक्टिव को करते हैं पैसिव में, वैसे पैसिव को करना है. लेकिन आप पैसिव का जो आप एक्टिव में करेंगे तो बाय को आप रिमूव कर देंगे. सिमिलरली आपका जो ऑब्जेक्ट होगा वो क्या हो जाएगा, सब्जेक्ट बन जाएगा, और सब्जेक्ट आपका क्या बन जाएगा, ऑब्जेक्ट. वर्ब आपकी वही टेंस की रहेगी. अगर पास्ट में है तो पास्ट में ही रहेगा बेटा. एग्जाम्पल, द टनल्स आर डग बाय द गॉफर्स. देखो बेटा यहाँ पे टनल्स क्या है, सब्जेक्ट है. आर डग रेफर्स टू वर्ब है बेटा. बाय द गॉफर्स रेफर्स टू ऑब्जेक्ट. नाउ ऑब्जेक्ट बिकम्स सब्जेक्ट. द गॉफर्स, आर डग की जगह बेटा हम थर्ड फॉर्म यूज करेंगे, सिंपली डग. ओके, and the tunnels. Okay, the tunnels refers to the object. It will become object. Now this is a tense change chart. Simple present is mr past participle. जैसे इसका क्या चेंज होगा, is mr plus verb की थर्ड फॉर्म. जैसे देखो food is eaten by us, we eat food. So we eat food का क्या बन जाएगा, food is eaten by us. Simple past was verb plus past participle refers to verb 3. The window was broken. Okay, who broke the window, it is not known to us. प्रेजेंट कॉन्टिन्यूस, अब आपको जहाँ पे प्रेजेंट कॉन्टिन्यूस आई एन जी आ जाए वहाँ पे आप बीइंग का यूज़ करेंगे प्लस में, इज एम आर प्लस वर्ब की थर्ड फॉर्म. ओके, द जूस इज बीइंग ड्रंक. नाउ पास्ट कॉन्टिन्यूस सेम, वॉज वर्ब बीइंग प्लस वर्ब की थर्ड फॉर्म. ओके, सिंपल फ्यूचर के लिए बेटा विल शेल साथ आप बी यूज़ करेंगे. और प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट में हो या पास्ट परफेक्ट हो, हैज़ हैव हैड के साथ आप क्या यूज़ करेंगे, बीन प्लस वर्ब की थर्ड फॉर्म. पास्ट परफेक्ट हैड बीन प्लस थर्ड फॉर्म. फ्यूचर परफेक्ट विल हैव बीन भी आएगा बेटा. जहाँ पे भी आपको हैव आ जाए वहाँ पे अपने बीन लगाना ही लगाना है. जहाँ पे भी मॉडल्स आ जाए बेटा आपको बी का यूज़ करना है. ओके, गिवन मॉडल के साथ अपने बी यूज़ करना है, प्लस में वर्ब की थर्ड फॉर्म यूज़ करनी है. अ सीट विल बी हेल्ड फॉर यू, सपोज. I hope you are clear with this. Please try worksheet number 1 to 5 of your practice book. Please feel free to approach me if you face any problem while doing so. Thank you, beta. Have a nice day. Goodbye.